Alrighty, we're working with our good truck body here. And just so this is a 98, so it's got your blinkers and bumper. These plugs are really hard to get, so you just pull those two screws out, pull the whole blinker out, and then you can get at this clip with a screwdriver and just pop it right out. Then the bumper is held on with two screws or bolts on each side from underneath. Yeah, the rear bumper, I believe, is attached to the body, so that can stay, I think. Let me take a look. I'll have to take the tow hitch off. I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, looks like the bumper can come with the body. Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep plugging at this, and then hopefully later today I'll get sanded down and painted. It's raining right now, and I kind of wanted to do that outside, but it looks like it quit. But anyway, it's gonna keep on plugging. So one more side note on the bumper. There are 2 more bolts. There's one you get in through here. There's a nut on a stud and on the other side. And I snapped them both off. So that's great. Thankfully this is pretty sturdy, what attaches the bumper to the frame, but that's kind of a pain. So just watch out for that. And yeah, I can keep going. This is my off-road flag mount for when I go up to Silver Lake. So quick side note, this is how rusty this 98 frame is. This is just from undoing body mounts and banging on a couple things. Rear diff was leaking, and there's just rust falling out from underneath this thing into my face. And it's honestly underneath worse than I thought it was. So this is going to be really interesting to look at once we get this body off, which hopefully I'll have that done by the end of the day and have this sanded and painted. And it is currently 2:10 p.m. I just finished mowing the lawn. Yeah, looks pretty nice. Still getting used to the zero turn, but yeah, we are getting there. I'm getting excited. I'm actually thinking I might actually get this done on the timeline that I want, as in like have it done on Wednesday, which is today's Monday, so it's 2 days left. Because yeah, I really want to get to driving this thing. And look at this beautiful sight. Oh, don't get stuck, please. Thankfully this stuff dries pretty good. So yeah, I just hit it with a wire wheel and then primed it with, I always use Rust-Oleum 2X primer. That's my go-to. It's just good stuff and I like it, and it fills pretty good. And then I just like Rust-Oleum paint. It's good stuff. I haven't found anything better. Unless you need like an exact color, then get Duplicolor. If you need John Deere, go to your John Deere dealer and pay $10 a can. But oh, here's another cap. Yeah, but I use the Rust-Oleum. So this is the farm grade paint, farm and implement. I typically like a low gloss or flat black for stuff like frames and stuff. All they had was low gloss, so I grabbed that. I'm definitely liking it. It looks so much better. It's got a little shine to it, so hopefully this will help, yeah, seal it up and stop further rust. And then I will be undercoating it as well. I'll be hitting it with some fluid film. That's what my dad used on the last couple vehicles we have. So it's something that can be removed, so it's not going to hold in the moisture. You can wash it off with a power washer if you need to, reapply it, and just put it on every year. I'll probably have to come back in the morning and just check and make sure I got everything with the paint. Make sure, since the lighting's kind of bad out here, I just needed it outside here so there's some airflow so I didn't like choke myself out or something. But yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Obviously there's a little bit of overspray in some spots, but it's underneath the car. This isn't a show truck. I mean, this body is, honestly, most people would probably say I'm nuts for keeping this body instead of just trying to find a whole new truck, but I'm like, the body works. The only part that made it unsafe was the frame. Well, now I got a good frame, and I don't really give a crap about the body anymore. It's not perfect to begin with, so I can just beat the living daylights out of it. You know, take it off-road, you know, brush a tree, not have to care, you know. It's gonna get scratched at school and stuff, so yeah. Got the interior of this one apart, because yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of wire swapping, and it is gonna suck. So I was hoping to have this body off tonight, but it is 8:42 p.m., so I've been here for 12 and a half hours. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm taking the whole wiring harness with the motor. I figured it'd just be easier, and it's got, I believe, extra stuff in for the multi-mode transfer case versus, versus the standard, you know, just 2 4 high, 4 low transfer case, and for the rear diff lock. So I'm gonna have to figure out how much wiring I'm gonna have to swap out, or hot wire, or what. I almost forgot, I still need to get the rear lift springs and shocks on here. And then this will be ready to roll under that as soon as that is off. So, alrighty guys, I'm just replacing this valve cover, and I pulled it off. Holy crap. This motor looks amazing. Like, this does not look like it has 300,000 miles on it. Look at this. I've seen motors with half this miles, and they're just completely gunked up and gross. Yeah, and look at these cam lobes. So I've got the old frame rolled out from under here. This is the main issue. It's even got where it's just sitting the last how many months. But I touch it and it falls apart. I mean, underneath it's toast. Inside, whoa. Oh goodness, that's way worse than I even thought it was. Yeah. I got valve cover gaskets replaced on the 2000 engine. And I got a second coat of paint on the frame this morning. So I painted this one up to match the other one. And I painted the lower intake, just kind of quick and dirty, and the upper, or I guess they're both pieces of the upper intake. But yeah, so this will look so much better. I can't wait to see what my buddy's gonna say. He's got a 2001 that he picked up 2 or 3 months ago. But yeah, this is kind of how I got this thing up here right now. I don't recommend this, so don't do it. And if you do, by some weird reason, by not listening to me, if something happens, I'm not liable. Again, it's all on you. I told you not to do it. It's really stupid, honestly. I'm kind of surprised not to. Well, I almost paid for it really bad. I almost had the back end of the body fall off the frame earlier, but yeah. So I'm going to just check the body over quick. Try not to get under it. And then roll this one under it. So another quick note, if you're ending up doing what I am and swapping a newer body or frame with an older one, so this one has the rear heat. So it has these little fittings on the heater hoses. where this one I just took on my 98 does not, because my 98 body does not have that. And I don't really care because I'm not usually hauling people around in the winter. And if I am, it's small enough to where I really don't need it from the rear there. So, yeah, so I'm gonna quick swap this one. And then I'll get some dollies under this side, under the front, and get it rolled under here. This one is the driver's side front. That one is the passenger front. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, people. So this is where I left off last night at about 12:30. Hit a snag with the body mount. Part of the old one was still attached to the body, and the bolt was all rusted in there. So I had to figure out how to get that out. And then actually these front bolts on the newer body and frame are different. So if we look here on the old frame, they look like that. And then on the newer one, they look like that, and they bolt on. They're the same height, so everything should go right together. So now I just need to set the back down on, make sure all the bolts go through their holes and that the steering shaft ends up where it's supposed to be. And then we will just start putting stuff together.